In this video, I will explain how to maintain your renovation or construction budget so you don't exceed the amount you set and don't end up with higher costs than you planned. Shalom, my name is Debby Schor Elyasy. I am an architect and I work in Israel mainly with clients from abroad who do not know the Israeli mentality and are a little afraid of the country's building process. I accompany and protect my clients every step of the way. And today, I want to show you how I take care of my clients so that they do not exceed the budget for their renovation. At the end of the video, I will give you a budget management file as a gift, and I will explain to you how to work with this file. Just one thing before we dive in. This video is the second of a unique video series where I show you step by step how I protect your interests throughout your home's renovation process in Israel, and how I accompany you from the beginning till the end so that you have an enjoyable experience. If you missed the first video, look for the link below. Let's get started. After the first meeting with the client, in which we define what changes we will make to the apartment, I prepare a detailed list of all the renovation components, which I will tell you about now. These include work, which refers to the contractor, materials, everything you buy for the renovation, systems, heating and air conditioning, kitchen, doors, windows, and lights. I do want to note that while the cost for the architect and in certain cases also the engineer and the surveyor are part of a renovation project budget, I will not be covering these in this video. I am going to focus on the elements of the renovation. Keep watching because in a while I will discover the common percentages for these categories. I list each category and everything related to the specific renovation. The clients tell me what their budget is, and I take that amount and help divide it between all of the components I have listed. The budget needs to be broken down between these components. Next to each item, I list its price. We don't move forward until there is a price next to each component. I do not want them to have any surprises later on. I know to calculate roughly every item's cost because I am more experienced with the building market. Then I meet with the clients and go through the budget percentages, item by item, and explain the meaning of each cost. For example, the cost of the contractor usually ranges from 50 to 60% of the total amount for the renovation. The finishing materials range is between 7 and 10%. Air conditioning and heating systems take around 9–15%. The kitchen takes around 10%. The doors take about 1.5% and windows between 7 and 10%. Lights take up about 6–7% of the total budget. Our goal at this point is to estimate in advance what amount we can put into each category. This advance work is essential to stay within your budget. Of course, while working, you can make changes. For example, if we set aside 50,000 shekels for tiles and sanitary ware and spend only 40,000 shekel, we can transfer the 10,000 shekel we saved to another category. As the work progresses and we receive all the quotes, I adjust the table and add in more details. For example, let's take the kitchen category because it is a significant part of the home and people will usually invest a large part of the budget in it. The kitchen redesign involves many professionals, such as a plumber, electrician, counterman, and not just a carpenter. However, the kitchen is composed of a number of subcategories. In the first step that we saw before, I calculate the total cost of the kitchen. After that, I divide this amount between all of the components of the kitchen, which include cabinets, countertop, backsplash, sinks and faucets, and electrical appliances. Usually, the cabinets make up 50–60% of the total cost of the kitchen. The countertop cost is between 10 and 20% and changes depending on the material used. The backsplash between 6 and 10%, sinks and faucets between 5 and 10%, and electrical appliances around 20%. Once the table is ready, it gives us a roadmap that will keep us safely on track. If, for example, we want to invest more in the cabinet, we will make cuts in another area, such as choosing a cheaper counter material. As we have seen, the table protects you and your budget all along the way. Once the table is ready, I suggest taking apart an extra 20% of the total budget for unexpected surprises that can occur during the work. Now we will see the file I made for you. You can download it at the link below the video. In the file, there are 3 tabs. In the first tab, I have prepared a table with a list of all the components that appear in each project. You can, of course, delete what is not relevant to you. Next to the list, you have 3 columns for you to list 3 price options. At the end of the table, you will find a breakdown of a typical project by percentages that will help you fill in your table, and the breakdown of percentages for the kitchen as well. In the second tab, you have the option to calculate the budget distribution automatically. You write down your amount here, and the prices will appear in the table. In the third tab, you write down the amount you received for the kitchen, and you will see the budget distributed into the various categories automatically. If you did not watch the first part of the series, watch it now. The link to the series is here on the screen and below the video. If you are building or renovating in Israel, I would be happy to accompany you through the process. Read all the details about the service I provide on my website. And of course, don't forget to download the file for managing and calculating your renovation budget. Thank you so much for watching me. I will see you soon in the next video.